Greetings, my fellow geneticists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech We Are Legion, Episode 8, Gene Scanning. So now I'm starting to make Militors. The hell did happen to you? You got hit by lightning? You must have. That sucks. Wrong place, wrong time. Storyteller was trying to hit me with lightning and it accidentally hit that hare. Hare didn't have it coming. So I'm going to need another freeze tunnel for me to be able to go through here. Obviously, because it's fully overhead mountain. So at some point when that's voted up a priority, I'll make a note and do that. And bionics, or rather fabrication, is almost done, and then we can go to bionic replacements. I don't have a workshop, however, so that's a bit of an issue. So I am going to work on said workshop. It's going to be right across from the mech shop. I was planning on having it be here. So I'll get that built. Randy missed me by a hair. I like that. That's good. Starting to gestate the Militors. The Militor, the gestation, the gestator rather, consumes more power when it's being used than when it's not. If you were wondering. So I think I'm going to have to get advanced fab for the bionic replacements, so that I can make the advanced components for them. And Kroko? Son of Mass just showed up. Don't know how. Don't know when Mass had a kid, but you know, apparently it happened. How'd that happen? I have no idea. Just RimWorld things. Makes no sense. So we are now going to need simple meals again. So Mass, I'm going to wake you up, and we're going to switch from meat to veg. I just don't really have the manpower, or woman power in this case, to run around go hunting, because it just takes so much time, especially without the hunt tunnels. Cold snap. That's cool. We're gonna get chilly. So I'll just do simple meals for now instead. Oh, but hey, the waster has joined, the female waster. So this is the second female of the colony and the only one that wants a relationship so far, so let's get the flirting on, I guess. Let's see. Actually, wasters are pretty ugly, genetically, as you can see. Ugly. So maybe no one flirts, who knows. But Bryce really likes her. Or she really likes Bryce, rather. Because Bryce was the one to recruit. So, let's have you move your bed. All my crops are dying. Very, very, very fast. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a harvest in time to be able to save them, but I'll try. So let's give work priorities to this waster. Waster, you're going to be the end. You're the newest. You are a doctor. A warden. You kind of like crafting. And you're also good at research. And you're ascetic and tough. Is this this is probably not a bad enough room for you to sleep in. But I don't have a worse room that I want to give up. You are probably, given that you're tough, I'm going to make you into a brawler. So I'm going to need, I'll give you a really crummy knife for now, but I'm going to need to give you proper weapons. I'm also going to have you take Mass's Tox Pack, because it is going to be better suited for you as a brawler. And yeah, good luck in the raffle, guys and gals. Having another crafter is going to be nice, I think. And then let's go ahead and uninstall these beds. Or maybe leave them and make them hospital beds. Because this can just be Lamp's prison cell. Ooh, uranium. Thank you. So what I'm going to do here is a fab bench. And it looks like I'm going to need a few more components to get that built. So Turtle will go get me some components in a minute. Some sitting by the mech site? Yeah. We have some sitting here. Oh, wow, that's deteriorating really fast. I ought to get to that. I'll have Bryce go for it. Bryce, work drive. A researcher. And then go for that component before it goes poof. And then there's these components as well. So I'll probably caravan. Just because there's a batch of stuff to grab. You... Oh, you're already hauling it. Load. 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 Okay, full clear. Lynx is hunting me from in front. Come close, I dare you. Yeah. Get out of here. It's good insurance. Like I said. Don't waste it on burning corpses unless you have an enormous pile of corpses, but it is really good insurance to have someone, you know, it's a little bit like flipping them the bird. Right? Yeah, it's very cool. Alright, so we're gonna need power in this room. A roasted bird. Exactly. You get it. Oh man, you're such a good miner. You're getting 3 per, not 2. That is amazing. And then that is the raffle. So congratulations, Cowley. Man, you win a lot of these, Cowley. Must be rigged. Little reminder that you name your characters. If you want to change the name, let me know through channel points, but I'm going to name you Cowley, because that's, I think, what you usually choose. So in this cold snap, some of these bedrooms are getting a little cold. So I'll get, dull up the heaters. And then I do have the, this freezer dumping into the room. But it's still pretty cold in here. A little worried about this beer, actually. I'm going to get another heater in here, too. Oops, you should not be caravanning. Turtle, can you haul to the heater? It's going to be Operation Save the Beer. Mr. Vampy is oh god, he's gonna die. Luckily, I could just make him really hot instead. I need to make sure not to accidentally hit absorb xenogerm, and, you know, that would be terrible. Vitalator rules. Pretty irreversible without dev mode. Oh god, beer. Tannering, hurry! Operation Save the Beer. Get warmer! Alright, I think, given that this is just a particularly cold snap, I'm just going to build some campfires. Rather than to make a whole lot of more heaters. Beer is saved. Might want another ring of, yeah. I get you. I already have redundancy here as well, though. But yeah, I could see redundancy in the bedrooms as being useful. Look at these psychopaths and how they're stacking T. 3, 1, and 45. Like, come on now. And there's the Melitor, just finished up, and we'll get some more. So the Melitors, I am going to set as group 2. So here will be the first chance to see groups. So I click the Melitor, and speaking of the Melitor, let's get the giveaway timer for the Melitor, and I'm going to get more Melitors out pretty soon. But you click the Melitor, you assign to group 2, and then group 2 here, if I click Klein, I'm going to set to just dormant self-charge. Because I don't have need of Melitors right now. They're not doing anything. I don't have combat. So when I want to wake them up, I can click here and say escort for the Melitors to follow Klein around, or I can just draft them and have him use them manually. So I should have, yeah, I do have everything I need for the perfect, yes, fabrication. All right, so if we're getting the fat bench up, let's go ahead and get some shelving for it. So I'm going to use the small 1x1 shelves because they're completely meta for this. So we'll have unfinished steel. Actually, maybe I'll have a 2-size shelf for steel because we need more steel on a fat bench than anything else. For steel, for gold, for plasteel. Maybe a 2-size for plasteel as well. For components, you know, everything that we need here. Involuntary death rest, perfect. He hit involuntary death rest because he would have died from the hypothermia, which is weird because I'm dumping. Oh, because this cooler's off. I see. It's fine. I mean, whatever. He's just gonna lose fingers and toes. I don't care. He's a corpsicle. And there it is. So I don't yet have the ability to make advanced components. We're still researching that, but I'll make regular components. So that was gold. I wish you could name the shelves, but gold. So this will be regular components. And then this will be advanced components. And then this fourth shelf will be unfinished components. And then this shelf will be the plasteel. So unfinished component. That way we just don't haul the unfinished components like out to the general stockpile, which is annoying. You missed why we're keeping the vampire? So we don't allow vampires in our community, but I also don't have the infrastructure to be able to gene rip the vampire. So he's just in a holding cell waiting for me to have the infrastructure for me to gene rip him. Yeah, I just don't The thing about the gene ripping stuff is that it can't be relocated, and it has to be set up once and never moved. Well, no, you can move it and break it down, but it's in our benefit to have a proper facility set up once. So that's why I haven't done it yet, because it hasn't been a priority. Given the injuries that we have in our community, it's way more important, in my opinion, for me to... here's a good opportunity for me to use the military bots. So let me click on the Militor. Oh, he's on an insult spree. Never mind. I can't. Because he's mental broken. So instead, I'll just use my little shooting gallery. Oh, get over here. Right, I have a very short-range weapon. Yeah, I have vampire as cattle, exactly. And I've been mistreating him so badly that he's in a permanent state of death rest. Unconscious. With, like, no eyes and barely any fingers or toes. Because I don't care. He's not the boss of me. Never was, never will be. Klein just redirected his anger at Turtle. Turtle, run! You got a pig squealing at you. Alright. We have our Militor name. And you, Callie, want to change your name, I just realized, to Azzy. Sorry, I never noticed, or didn't notice it just now. Okay. I think I need to queue up some additional steel mining. You go through a lot of steel when you're a Mechanator. All the core crafting and the like. It's quite expensive. The bedrooms are now temperate temperatures, which is good. Put one more vent in there. Mass is, now that we're finally hunting again, getting fine meals up. Although I have a giant stockpile of simples. Beer is 99% done. We saved that from the brink. Getting pretty close to advanced fab, and then we'll pivot towards bionics. The vampire is set to herbal? Yeah, let me fix that. You get nothing. Let's go ahead and grab, now that we have punished Mr. Vampire, a genetic engineering lab. Shall we? I think this is actually going to be a proper stockroom for a long time. So I will build a genetic engineering lab off the side of the workshop here. So the tech for that would be a gene extractor. The gene extractor doesn't need to be near the rest of the lab. It can actually be near your prisons. That might make the most sense. But what you need is a gene assembler, which helps you make xenogerms to be able to implant genes into. And these gene assemblers need to be near gene banks, which hold the genes that you extract from people. Because without gene banks, your genes will decay. So I think what makes sense in this case is let's have the assembler here, and then banks, and there's a certain radius that you need banks. I'm not going to build all these banks. I'm just saying, like, if you had a huge database of genes, you would want a lot of gene banks near your assembler. There is also something called a gene processor, which allows you to manufacture more complex genes. But in this series, we're limiting to 2 xenogerms, so I'm probably not going to hit the complexity max. Not likely, at least. So that's not necessary, but those are also a proximity item for the gene assembler. So, I don't know. I'll put the gene assembler in the middle of the room, just so that I have the most flexibility. And then I'll put the gene extractor... eventually, I would probably put it where our prison facility is going to be. But maybe I'll put the gene extractor... I'll put it in this room too. It's fine. We'll get that going. So that we could finally do something about Nathan. Rip his genes out. Can you make a vampire vegetarian only? Yeah, as long as you don't count blood as meat. I guess technically, I don't know. I don't know where blood is on the vegan or vegetarian scale. I haven't thought about that, and I don't really want to think about that. It's a weird thought. It's definitely not vegan. Vegan, it's a hard no. Vegetarian, I guess? It's a question for the scholars, not for me. So 9 hours till the new Militor. And we're just about done with Advanced Fab. I have 171 plasteel, so that's more than enough to replace the body parts that I lost, I think. And you're starting to get hypothermic, so let's get you a fur cap, tail cap. I'll make 3 more tail caps and make it out of everything but Thrumbo. I need to eventually do something with that Thrumbo. I haven't yet. But, Klein, I'm going to have you smith up the advanced components. So I need at least 4 advanced components for arms and legs, and we're missing an arm and a leg, so we know what to do. Might be time to get rid of the donkey. I don't know. Haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Oh, before we actually build this, a lot of these facilities you can't access underneath, so you should floor it up first if you want floors everywhere. Oh my god. Watching you walk is miserable. I need to haul. So this is... I think I just need to make this critical, and then we'll... it will be all where it's supposed to be. And then I'll be able to haul so that Klein doesn't have to limp at the speed of Pathetic. He's down a leg. So we're about to get another Militor. And I am going to trigger yet another raffle. Raffle timer's up. And I suspect I'm going to have plenty of advanced components for when it is time to make bionics. And now that the cold snap is over, the work speed in here is decent again. Let's pull the Militor out. You are going to be a group 2. Good night. Welcome to Sentience and lights out. It's pretty much what it's like up in this colony. Okay. So the other thing that I have to work on is the gene ripping stuff. If we're doing gene ripping stuff and also making advanced components, I'm going to need Turtle to mine whatever components that are left on this map tile, because I'm about to be very component poor. So there's a little node there, and I'm going to cancel the other regular steel stuff, because I'm about to be out of components completely. I think that's it. I think that one spot there is the only remainder. I could always go to other map tiles or go to the what I perceive to be the ancient danger. I'm assuming that's an ancient danger, but I think it's fine for now. Weird. It's tempered enough for us to start sewing again. Huh. All right. So I think I need the bank and extractor before the assembler. Oh. Oh. Okay. The Sophian Empire is paying us a little bit of a visit. Let me force a door open. And also, Militors, come to me. So, Klein, let's have you go pop a door open. And I'll be on raid colors. So how many of them... I don't have numbers mod, which makes this really tricky. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8? No, 9 enemies? Tone's dead. Alright. Tannering, you can join me too. Mass, pop that door open, give them a valid path in, and then set up our trap. So all people and all mechs report for duty. Yo, the door's open, idiot. Come on, idiot. So I have the mechs closed to force them into melee, and then death. So that's 2 of 9. Just get an accurate count. 6 more. 7, 8, 9. Or 7, 8. One has a okay, plasma sword is not much of a threat. So there was 10 total. I was wrong about my count. Militor 1 is going to be named in just a second here. Turtle, Klein, no, actually, Klein, you have to stay. Turtle, I guess I'm going to have you stay too. Dude, the door is open. You guys are so dumb. It's because the door wasn't open beforehand, and they're finding a valid path, or they're trying to make one. And Ambrosia. Alright, this guy's at least smart. Sort of. If he was truly smart, he wouldn't be happily waltzing in. Oh, I could strip you for recon armor? Don't mind if... Oh, don't shoot him. Don't mind if I do. Yoink. Okay, Militor, you are Ice Pick. Congrats. Where is your name? Oh, another strip opportunity for more recon armor. Don't mind if I do. Dummies. And then, you are baseliner, so you don't have genes I care about. Where is Cypher? Kill Nicholas. Or try to. Okay, I need to make sure not to tank this one with a humanoid. Bye-bye loot. But that should give me... No, because you have a acidifier. I'm not even going to get your stuff. Mass. Wear that stuff, and then Bryce, wear this stuff. And then... start repairing the wall, I guess. They're so insistent. I could put the Militors out there just to taunt them. Ha! Alright, come on in. Alright, they're probably going to break through here. Nope, nope, they're rerouting. Good, good, good. So, Mass, you are armored up. Bryce, you're now in the recon armor as well. Everyone take cover again and reset. Oh, that's annoying. Ouch, ouch. Don't let that happen twice. All right, they did kill Trotsky, but they're fleeing now. So I will resurrect Ice Pick instead of making the next Militor. Let's go on the hunt. Because there's more loot to be had. And then there's fires to put out. Not bad. Got some recon armor out of that for free. Trotsky's not dead. He's just deactivated. Ah, friendly fire. I dodged that. And this one is also baseliner? Yes. So, Cypher, you can do the honors. Kill the baseliner. Klein, repair Atheson. And then you carry the guard away from Atheson's body so I don't friendly fire him. There we go. Done. So yes, you can repair a leg back on as you. Yep, there we go. Already starting moving and done. But I have them as shut down. Given that they're low power, I'm going to tell Atheson to go recharge. Because I would like my mechs to have a good amount of charge for if I get attacked again. Very happy about the free armor, though. It's unusual that they go down but not dead and not instantly destroying their own loot. So I got lucky there. And Klein, I'm going to have you start the gestation resurrection. I know I'm a little bit over time. I hope you all don't mind. I want to do the gene ripping before the end. Yeah, quest failed, don't care. So for the gene ripping, I just need more regular components. And that's probably a turtle thing. So turtle, let's get out of here and get the regular components. Alright, Mass, looks like you need something to shoot at. Here you go. This should be enough for the Gene Ripper. And then it takes only one day to Gene Rip. So I'll Gene Rip the Vamp, and I will have demonstrated something else that you guys probably wanted to see. So the donkey actually made it through a winter without having to be fed special food, so that's good. That was what I was kind of hesitant on, is if I had to go out of my way to keep the donkey fed, I was maybe just gonna let that go. But nope, get himself fed, so we're good. No additional interference required. So they're starting to require a ritual room. That's this whole where's the art thing going on. So I will get an art bench up and then also start to lay out the Legionnaires room. What was that? 8 by 13? Yeah, that works. So we'll get a little 8 by 13 room. It can be very basic. I do have a little bit of jade. I have 44 jade. So that's 8 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be jade. And then the floors here can be tile floors, I guess. I don't really have the granite to spare, but I'll spare it for the ritual room because the ritual room has a impressiveness expectation. Where did the Gene Ripper go? Oh, did I fit? Cypher, did I let you build it or something? Goodness. Okay. Well, I'll have to make sure I do it with Bryze so it doesn't go poof. I canceled it? Oh, okay. At least it wasn't failed. As long as it wasn't failed. It's not your fault. I let your arm get ripped off. It's my fault, ultimately. Dai, given that you're fragile, I think it would be good for you to switch up to an assault rifle to attack from a distance. Although that chain shotgun's been really hilarious. Just absolutely hip blasting every idiot that comes around that corner. And then we also have Gene Rips for Lamp, which is really confusing because Lamp belongs to an Impid collective, which to me means that he was a sex slave, or she. What's your gender? He. He was a sex slave for the Impids. Because why else would you need a high mate for an Impid tribe? That's right. I went there. Frightening structure. Again, sophists. Stop, Sophian Empire, offering me quests. I don't want to talk to you. You're mortal enemies of mine. So piss off. So here's the Gene Rip, finally. And we're going to insert Nathan, the sanguophage. Now, the likelihood of the sanguophage yielding non-sanguophage genetics is rather low. So I might not even be able to use the genes that I rip out of him because we're not allowed to be sanguophages for this series. But I'm going to try it all the same. So once you insert them, it works. It takes 24 hours and it pulls something out of his genes to put into the gene bank. And then the person that you put through the process will get a weakness. Whereas if you do it again, it kills them. Which I intend to do because I don't want to have to deal with the vampire forever. But then we also have Lamp to be able to Gene Rip too. So I'll wait until this process is over just to show you it in full. Because I'm kind like that. Do I have a good artist? No. Klein, you're the best we've got. And you're really busy making advanced components, aren't you? Well, it doesn't... Yeah, I guess I'll make it with him. So we need a Legionary art, not legendary. Legionary art. And I'll have him whip one up. And this is where it's going to go. So in here, I'll want... Bionic replacements is done. I'm going to go for Biosculpt, but then I'll have you guys vote. So Lectern, Alter, and Hughes. Then we can always expand it if we need reliquaries thereafter. Also looks like I'm going to run out of granite. I don't know why I'm making this out of granite, but whatever. We've been using granite, it's fine. I guess I don't... Well, who cares about the baby food? We're never going to have babies. So there's the art. It's poor quality, but that will do. And to this point, I actually like have a workshop, so I could move my facilities down here. And I have a lot of steel, so I could... it also would benefit me to set up... tool benches. I feel like I'm playing Tetris. So Trotsky, you'll be back in 14 hours. And then Gene Rip will be done in 8. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, it's just the negatives from not having this altar. I'm surprised it didn't require it earlier, because I have not made it a priority at all. And only now they're complaining about not having it. I do have my waste packs starting to stock up. Where I'm going to have to do something with them. Either haul them out to a corner of the map and let them melt, or try to caravan them away. I don't know if there's a good caravanning spot. I'll have to analyze that. Taking a look. If I caravanned it here-ish and dump it, nobody would care. Because the only people around are the Sophian Empire, and they already hate me. So that could be a possibility. Once I have too much of the waste packs, I'll have you guys decide. But we're not quite there yet. I'm not pushed to make that decision just yet. Can the pacifists like a high mate use aggressive psycasters? I'm not sure. I'd imagine yes, because pacifists can be drafted, and when you're drafted, you can use psycasts. That'd be my assumption, because that's also true of regular pacifists in RimWorld. And I don't think high mates redefine what pacifism means. So we finished the genes. Here it is. It is not good. It is Tinder Skin, which is extra flame damage for the benefit of being pretty. That was the gene that we ripped from the vampire. And I can stick him back in. So let me show you the regrow thing. Where did he go? Where is Nathan? Oh, here he is. So his genes are regrowing for 25 days. Which means that if I gene rip him again, he dies. And then he's also in gene shock loss for 4 days, being weakened. So you can gene rip your own people, but it does shock loss them for 4 days. So there's a risk. I'm obviously just going to stick him right back in because I don't care. So if you want to maximize the amount of genes that you rip out of someone, you can just keep them on a 25-day cycle. So if you had 25 prisoners, you can have one a day, like a vitamin, and end up with a giant gene bank. But in this case, I'm just putting him out of his misery, because I've honestly tortured him. And I guess that's one of the potential penalties for being an immortal being, is you can go through and immortal torture forever, right? It's not all good to live forever, because it could just be torture forever, which is pretty much what I was doing to him. So I'll rip one more gene out of him. That will allow the gestation to complete. Oh, this is a subcore. We treated him as a punching bag. Yeah, I mean, it trained our medical. Yeah. that was actually kind of nice. And we almost have the ritual room. Biosculpting is done. We'll get bioregen. You guys voted for mech tech, but all the mech tech is locked to me. And then the second research was for crafting weapons. So I'll work on crafting stuff. Did you... Yes, so here it is. Here's the other Legionnaire, and I'm going to send them to Group 2 to recharge. So I have a nice amount of power for them for battles. Mood is a little low, I think, because of the disrespected prayer room. I'm working on it, guys. I promise. The cat and Nate. A 23-year-old is being chased by 69 cats. He is Diamond's brother. I mean, you can say you're... I guess you're an adopted brother, because he's a genie and you're a baseliner. Alright, I'm going to accept it. It's a brother after all, right? It's shooting practice, exactly. So let's go ahead and get this door closed for reasons. Nate, you're going to join, and you're going to run. So you're a baseliner, no extra special anything. You are of Sophian Empire, so you're immediately going to be imprisoned and sterilized and mind wiped. So I'm not going to raffle him off now because he's a member in name only for the moment. So everybody stay behind the walls, and then my mechs stay behind the walls because I don't want anyone going out because it's not safe out. So Dodora, you better hoof it quick, or whatever robot equivalent of hoofing it is, because you are not where you should be. And I think you're the furthest from safety. And then Nate, go to the prison. All right, she's inside. Now I could try to call in the Diablo bot, but at that point I'm kind of getting into the just one more turn forever. So I will be wrapping this up in just a sec instead. I know, sad, but I have a lot of editing to do already as it is. And I guess it got cold again, so everything that we grew is been ruined. I know. Boo, right? Like me having real life responsibilities. I know, it's ridiculous. Well, that, I guess, is a good place to end with a vampire to be gene ripped in 8 hours, lamp to be gene ripped twice, and a new person to join. Thank you for tuning in to We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch, October 23rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Legionnaire.